What's up? I'm Trent Windsor, and we're here in search of the perfect shuffle. It's time for a fan request. Every month I take a request from a fan through the comments, and this month my man Tython Preach asked me to review the album Midnight by Set It Off. Set It Off is a rock band from Florida. Bunch of Florida men. These guys have been on Warped Tour, they've been on Pop Goes Punk.
Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it.
And they've also been on Punk Goes Christmas. So hopefully that's kind of an indicator of the type of music they make. Midnight is an album that came out right before a lot of band turmoil. One of their band members, now ex-band members, was facing sexual misconduct allegations. And on the tour for this album, the singer's vocal cords were damaged and he had to have surgery on them, which is never great. Perhaps making the album was the calm before the storm, or maybe they kind of saw this coming. Does this turmoil and craziness really show up in their music? Let's find out as I review this album song by song. As I do with all albums that have a lot of songs, we're going to do this tier list style, and we're just going to do A, B, C, F. I don't think that any songs on this album deserve an S tier rating, unfortunately, and I'll kind of explain why. We're just going to start right out with the A tier. Here you've got the song Different Songs. It's a playful, very catchy pop song. It has lots of background vocals, much more pop than I would say it is rock. The bass has a unique tone in this song, very harsh, pretty funky, kind of reminds me of some 80s music. I could imagine this song in the top 40 easily. You've also got the song For You Forever. This reminds me a lot of the kind of music that Paramore was making around the time of like Still Into You and Ain't It Fun. It has some obvious rock roots, but it pays homage to pop stylings. It's got a synth foundation. It's very catchy and still has some very interesting guitar parts. You've also got the song Dancing with the Devil. This one has a more dark, twisted vibe, maybe in the same lane as Panic at the Disco around the Death of the Bachelor era. It's really well written melody, really well written chorus. They do have this little mantra they repeat: life's too short to be dancing with the devil. You best sleep with a blanket and a shovel. I assume that the blanket is just for warmth, and I appreciate the concern for my overall well-being. I will sleep with a blanket. But what the shovel is for, I can only assume it's for if the warden gets angry and Mr. Sir comes into your tent in the middle of the night and makes you dig an extra hole for that day. You also got the song No Disrespect, which is another one that would feel perfectly comfortable in top 40 pop radio. The part that I really like about this song is the electronic oink oink. Do you know what I'm talking about? Little oink oink. It's very NSYNC-esque. The thing I can say about all of these songs, however, is that they could all hit so much harder. Maybe it's just poor mixing, but all of it seems to be so plush, so soft, so watered down. And if they really leaned into some of the elements, some of the more exciting and edgy parts of these songs, they would be 1,000 times better. All in all, I would say this A tier is 40% skippable. Moving on to the B tier. The B tier is the tier of good ideas with poor execution. You have the song Killer in the Mirror that starts out and you think it's going to hit hard and just be nasty. They're talking about knock 'em in the teeth. It's got this grimy bass and it transitions into a full-on boy band, flashy pop song, complete with hey heys and a full synthesized horn section. You also have the song Lonely Dance. It's a Latin-inspired track, but it's just meh. My favorite is the chorus where he describes how he's doing his little lonely dance alone at home. We also have the song Midnight Thoughts. That's spelled with a G-H, just for all you who are wondering. In this song, they're really just not committed enough to the whole boy band vibe that they're getting. If they just added some harmonies, turned up the lights, learned a diamond dance or two, this could be better than just about any 5 Seconds of Summer song. Except for Teeth. Teeth is a masterpiece. Everything in this song just feels half-hearted. We also have the song Criminal Minds, which has a big chorus with sweeping strings and a hard-hitting guitar that I really like, but then the verses are just so lackluster that it's not worth it for me. All of these songs I would say are 60% skippable. Moving on to the C tier. The C tier is the tier of forgettable songs. You have the song Hourglass, which is just so bland instrumentally that it almost seems like they only wrote half of the chorus. You also have the song Go to Bed Angry. Was this song written for Sam Smith, maybe? It would be great if Sam Smith did it. And then there's the song Raise No Fool. Is this a leftover song that was written for NSYNC, maybe? I think it'd be great if NSYNC did it. Finally, in this tier we have Unopened Windows, which is just a classic ballad. Nothing super wrong with it. The lyrics aren't deep enough or interesting enough for me to feel connected to this song enough to keep it around. C tier, I would say, is 70% skippable. And then we move on to the F tier. There's the song Stitch Me Up, which is way too happy, way too peppy, just syrupy sweet. Reminds me of old One Direction songs. You have the song I Want You, Gone, which is very similar. Too syrupy sweet, very happy and peppy. One of the lines is, I guess you'd say I'm blessed. Threw away stress. Listen, I'm happy, okay? And I enjoy singing about happiness, but this is like Christian rock levels of corny. Finally, in this tier, you have the song Happy All the Time, which starts with a super fake synthesized trumpet, and it's so corny. It just sounds like he made the song on Wii Music just from the opening alone. I would say the songs in the F tier are 80% skippable. Adding everything up, mathematically speaking, this album as a whole is 61% skippable. In this album, Set It Off feels like they're stuck in between two genres. They could go pop, they could go metal, but it feels like they're just sitting on the fence and they don't lean far enough either way. They took away all of the edge of metal, but didn't commit enough to the flashy, bold, unashamed pop sound that they could have. If these songs had been given more energy, a little tweaking, or even just sung by somebody else, I think they could be great, but unfortunately, none of those things are true on this album. Alright, if you like what I'm doing here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications. Please leave a comment below, let me know if there's an album you'd like to hear me talk about. I would love to get more requests, and I do one every month. Let me know what you think about Set It Off in the comments below. All musical opinions are valid, and I would love to hear yours. Check out the links below for music videos, as well as links to my playlist for Best of 2019 and Best of 2020, a playlist that is being updated day by day. I'm Trent Windsor, and this is The Perfect Shuffle.